Is this like the intro? Is this like the intro thing you do at the beginning of the podcast, where it's like, "Hey guys, like welcome to the podcast," but like it's not really welcome to the podcast, and then the music plays. It's like, "Hey, look, we're on the podcast."
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
That's crazy.
Today's cubing world is full of chaos and controversy, but through all of the noise, there is still one rule that remains. There are no competitions on Mondays. Today, I am joined by William Clowley and guest host Zach Ridall to discuss Zach Ridall. The clock.
Am I that interesting?
The Clock OCR, the 3x3 world record, Rubik's North American All-Stars, NAC hype, the DG concert, and as always, we'll round off the podcast with our personal achievements. I also just noticed that I never introduced my own name. So does anyone know what my name is? That's a little...
Carter Thomas.
I'm a little paranoid about that.
I think it's implied, man. I think it's implied.
It is so.
First name Clicky, last name Studios.
All right. Hey Zach. So what's up with you? Why are you on this podcast today?
Nothing much, Carter. I've been trying to get on, and I keep having scheduling conflicts because I'm such a busy guy doing so many cool things that I couldn't make time for the coolest thing of all, and being here on the Clicky Studios podcast. On no comps on Mondays. My apologies.
Yeah, get it right. Okay. Yeah. So Zach's here. He is a junior delegate in Pennsylvania. He is delegating many competitions. You'll also catch him on the North American Championship live stream Friday,
Saturday, Sunday.
There we go. Yeah, it'll be very exciting.
It'll be my first time really commentating a competition on this scale. So I'm really excited to see what all happens. I don't know. I'm excited for NAC, and it'll also be my first time on a staff team for one of these. Now that I think about it, so
yeah, but you're having fun just commentating. So, anyway, would you like to share? Let's actually play a game here. Zach, can we play Two Truths and a Lie, just so that we get to know you a little more?
Get to know me. Whew.
Well, give us what you got, Zach.
All right, so playing Two Truths and a Lie here. Number one, I own 7 MGC Square Ones. 2, I collect vinyl records, and I have over 100 in my collection. And number 3, I still don't know full OLL for 3x3.
Man, okay, this is... I think... Will, do you have, like, anything we can, like, cross off right now as a truth?
Well, I don't want to play, like, meta because that's lame, but he did say, like, to normal people this would be depressing, so... It's probably the vinyl one. That's true. And what, Zach? Can I ask what your official 3x3 average is?
8.80 is my PR 3x3 average.
I mean, that's low-key realistic if you're missing like one dot case or something like that.
I think the OLL thing is very realistic. I don't think he owns that like little. I don't think he owns 7 MGC Square Ones. I feel like he owns more. Because I own 3 MGC Square Ones. I can believe the vinyl thing. I think the vinyl thing's the truth.
I don't know.
You would say, you guys, like... a little clue, you would know how many vinyl records I own if you follow me over on my Instagram at Zach_Ridall.
Alright, shut up.
I do, but I don't look at how many vinyls you own.
It's definitely over 100. If it's not, we're gonna sound so stupid, like, after this.
I feel like I could buy the MGCs, though, because that's almost the amount of, like, Wingy V1s I have.
I have...
So, I feel like...
For context,
I don't know.
I think I have I have more. I have 9 clocks. So
9 clocks.
not all cheese.
9 clocks,
I
like-
have
Oh,
if it makes it sound better, I have 4 cheese. And
I don't know if that helps.
I have like 19 cubes, so yeah. I mean, it's just kind of a thing that happens when you main an event for that long. So I feel like it could be 8. It could be 9.
It could be 10. It could be 11.
Exactly.
Dare I
really.
suggest it could be 12.
You do dare to suggest,
think-
because my final answer is OLL.
My final answer is a square one.
So you think the square 1 is the lie, Carter, and the
I think
OLO
it
1
is
is the lie.
For Will, yes.
The lie here is the square 1.
Yes.
I actually do own 8 MGC square 1s as suggested by Will Clower. 3 of them are modded, and 5 of them are stock for parts. I have a vinyl record collection of over 110 records, actually, and going over OLLs that I obviously know the 2-look solution for them, but I don't know the optimal or like a good alg for at least like 6, probably like 10 OLLs. So yeah, the square 1 is the lie.
Dang.
I am looking to purchase more though whenever Cyclone Boys gets their crap together and we get a good square 1.
Dude, Cyclone Boy Square 1 is crazy.
That's not happening. Alright, well that was a fun segment. Let's move on to the Clock OCR. And the 3x3 world record, but we'll get to the 3x3 world record later. Clock OCR, I don't have any notes on this. I thought it was very impressive. The last solve, I think, did it get DNF'd because of the 1 minute thing? I thought that was a little weird. But it's still an OCR, so...
Isn't the technical... You're talking about like the 1 minute to say that you're ready, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a good time for the delegate to step in here.
Yeah.
The rules guy. Regulations currently state as soon as your judge asks you ready,
Yeah.
you have up to a minute to prepare yourself. Otherwise, the judge, by judge's discretion, can DNF the attempt. I'm not too familiar on what happened with this situation, but we have had this a lot more as of late, where we are. I know myself and another delegate in a region are actively timing people that take long for their warm up, as it does cause like a detriment to the schedule. So, not that I like it being caught, but it is something that people kind of forget about, and it does, like, with an average of 5, taking a minute each time, like, really puts us behind.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, also, isn't the key here that the judge has to ask it?
The judge has to ask, but it's
By technicality.
I feel like it's not.
it's
too common,
it's a little weird.
ask.
It's a little weird, and the whole thing just needs like a little bit of
Clarification.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the whole It's whack in certain aspects, but it is there for a reason.
I mean, as long as the OCR is the OCR, then I'm chill with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously very impressive. I think BPA was sub 3, which was extremely impressive. But yeah, the 3x3 world record. Jeez, Yiheng does it again. Will anyone?
Does it again?
436.
436. I gotta. Let me do a current stat poll real quick if you guys want to talk about this for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
So, I think the most impressive part of this average to me is that he brought it back after getting a 6 on his first solve. And then, I mean, it was really just like not on pace until the 402 on his last solve was counting. So it's definitely like, I don't know. I feel like it was not a guaranteed world record in any sense of that statement.
Yeah. It's also, like, interesting because I feel like I wonder what Yiheng is going to do when he gets older. Because I know, like, he's much better than just his turning speed. But, like, we have to consider, like, when he gets older, his fingers are not going to be able to turn that fast.
I don't know when you hit your peak in, like, dexterity, but I feel like it's a little bit after his age. So he might not have hit his peak there.
I don't think he's hit his
I don't
peak,
know.
But it's also
like, in terms of
it's also like interesting because like cubing is such like a sport or an event or whatever you want to call it, to where like we are monitoring that a world record could be broken like every week, and you don't see that in like other sports, mainly because speed cubing is not as developed. But it's also very interesting to see as like an individual sport and not like a team sport where there's like seasons and stuff. It's just like the next week, like at NAC, a world record could be very well be broken. Which is also why I think world records are going to be very important. But I feel like now NAC like continental championships are going to be like even more important, because now the real test isn't whether you can do it on a competition that could be held on any one of the 365 days in the year, but the one competition that like really matters over like a 4-day span.
Yeah. I do have my stat poll ready here. Numbers may not be entirely precise, but Yiheng's 3x3 average of 436, if you got that on 2x2, or recut this because I worded it incorrectly.
Okay.
So Yiheng's 4.36 3x3 average is faster than over 130,000 2x2 averages currently. Or specifically 130,000 people have a slower 2x2 average than the current 3x3 world record average, which I think is insane, considering the scope of competitions as well as how fast we're really pushing this barrier.
Wow.
Maybe a topic worth discussing now. Let me pull up what the 3x3 average is before this.
It was like 440.
In the meantime, I do wonder if you guys think 3.13 will be broken anytime soon. The single.
I wouldn't be shocked if we see that broken like within the year. Well, not within the year. Sorry, within the next like year or two. I do wanna note Yiheng has now dropped the record several times with over the past year. 4.69, 4.48, and now 4.36. The question, at least that's on my mind, when do we think we're gonna see sub 4? Yiheng is consistently pulling off threes left and right. I'll see if I can pull up current records, rankings.
It's crazy
Result.
because I almost feel like it's very doable for him now. The only thing is just like nerves, I feel like, for a lot of his on pace, like really good averages. So we'll see. But I could definitely see it.
He does currently have 12 threes currently in the database, as well as one that just happened at Australian Nationals. So I think that puts us at 14, or maybe 15. I might be missing a number somewhere, but I think it's like quite possible that we see sub 4 by the end of 2025.
I think we see it before then, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it just one day of being locked in, and
really like.
As long as there's not another quarantine to shut China down, then and the rest of the world, then yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, is there anything else you guys want to discuss about the record?
Nope. I think it's a class record. Glad to see him get it.
It's also cool that the single is not even 0.4 faster than the average. Like the average is pretty close to the single, which is 397.
So let's talk about the Rubik's North American All-Stars 2024, sponsored by Rubik's, held inside the rotunda of the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota.
So, yeah, I actually am a little embarrassed to say that I know next to nothing about All-Stars.
I've kind of been out of the loop regarding All-Stars in all honesty. I know it was announced pretty late in comparison to the main competition itself. So I didn't really get a chance to follow it as much. It does look very interesting overall. We are seeing, what do we have, 30 competitors? Or did we come 28 competitors, ranging from all three of the main continents, as well as some guy from Poland. But we are seeing a wide range of times here, all the way from second in the world for average to 270th, all of which being sub 7. I think it's going to be a very interesting competition to watch. I'm excited to see who all does what, and maybe this can give us a clue in on a North American Championships performance, who's solving well already, maybe what to expect.
Yeah. I think in terms of like more specifically, this is also supposed to be live streamed, which is interesting. I'm personally interested in seeing that. Our sponsor, Carson Wijaya, will be at North American All-Stars, and I think this is the type of competition where he can really shine if he does very well. No pressure, but obviously it's going to be on the Jumbotron too of the Mall of America, which is absolutely insane in my opinion. It will get a lot of exposure to non-cubers. I don't know necessarily if it will apply to like too many people where they see like the big screen and they're like, oh, okay, I'll solve a Rubik's Cube now. But I think there's going to be like a couple. Like imagine if like little Johnny was like looking at like the screen and like, wow, he can solve a 3x3. And then he goes on the SpongeBob roller coaster at Nickelodeon Universe later that day and buys like a SpongeBob picture cube and then solves his first Rubik's Cube. And then he becomes like, I don't know, Brendan Dunnigan. Like, that would be such an incredible story.
Fun fact, that is quite close to the origin story of how Brendan got into cubing. I don't know if you knew that. That's just a blatant lie. But
if I think riding the SpongeBob roller coaster,
why are you hating?
You're gonna have to join us.
But I will be hopeful in seeing not only Carson do well, but there are a few, I don't want to necessarily say smaller names, but maybe names that haven't gotten as much recognition.
Also some that are, more local to us.
Yeah, I do want to see locals to our region. Aaron Jake Wong is going to be there. I believe, let me check this real quick. He might have he has the second freshest ID, second to only Caleb Chen. But Aaron Jake Wong, with a 678 average, was able to qualify for the competition. We're also going to see Mid-Atlantic hometown hero Alex Needland competing, currently seated 21st with a 6.53 average. I think we're due to see something really good from Alex. I know he's been putting in the grind. He went to both Pennsylvania Championship. Was he at New Jersey Championship?
Yes, he was.
Oh yeah, because his dad was there.
Yeah,
I remember his dad being there more than him being there. But I'd like to see what he can pull off. More hometown heroes. We're seeing Michael Nielsen competing with a 6.39 average, currently seeded 18th. Carson Wijaya, Jerry Yao, seeded 10th with a 5.83 average. The main representative of the Mid-Atlantic region there at North American All-Stars. Sorry. Really excited to see what he gets, as well as all of those competitors coming up for the main championship.
And we even have Xavier Valadon.
My apologies. Former Mid-Atlantic resident,
Mid-Atlantic, yeah.
but now he's too good for us and is
Not forgotten.
gone but not forgotten. And poor old Connecticut.
Yeah, that sucks. What am I saying? Yeah. I think this will be just in general a very interesting competition. Check the Clicky Studios Instagram for updates on how Carson Wijaya is gonna hold up in this finals like environment.
Is this format a 1-on-1? Is this how this works?
It's gonna be like a regular competition, but apparently there's gonna be like a big live stream.
Okay, so it's
say.
okay.
I don't know the details of it, but let's talk about NAC. That's this week. Yikes.
Yeah.
I am not ready.
Oh my gosh. I'm not ready.
Zach, are you
Not ready at all.
I am ready. I am insanely excited.
Speaking.
Yeah, I'm trying to lock in currently on that. We've done a lot of prep on our end to hopefully create a nice live stream experience. But this is what is, I think Euros has a bigger competitor limit, but this is the largest and arguably most important competition on this side of the globe. Anything we want to talk about? I know we made, or you guys made, an amazing video on the predictions that you guys have. Maybe some hot takes in there. Stuff I maybe don't agree with. Stuff I definitely don't agree with.
What? Like call it out right now.
Hey,
I want to
we
see you
don't-
call
we-
it
we
out
don't-
right now.
I think it needs to be said. Sean Mack for OH Podium. I really can't see a world where this doesn't happen. Just gonna be honest about it. Kind of got snubbed. Dare I say
did
snubbed?
say in the
We
video
did
that
mention
Snub-
Sean.
we want-
Okay.
I know. Mentioned once, but like snubbed as well as not even in the 3x3 finals conversation. Let's have a dialogue.
All right, that one I could apologize.
As Stone Payne would say.
Yeah, I am gonna be honest. For finals, I did not look outside of top 20 on the psych sheet, and that is my bad. But
It's all good. I also
Alright,
maybe do want to note
I don't
on
know.
predictions, nerves of finals. Especially one competitor comes to mind, and I'd like to see them come above it, rise above it. Jerry Yao. Definitely great to watch. Has a sub-6 average, several. I don't know if he has multiple. Fast competitor, great competitor, knows what he's doing in regards to 3x3. However, he I don't know if he can handle head-to-head finals pressure. Both at recently at New Jersey Championships and Pennsylvania Championships. Kinda, I don't want to say not locked in, but I've seen him maybe like fall a little bit in terms of nerves.
I mean,
it is important to note that he did miss out on nationals and worlds finals last year after coming very close. But it will be definitely interesting to see.
But I will say that in at NAC, the last one in 2022, he placed third in semifinals and fifth in the final. So that's very interesting. Obviously, the competition has gotten a little bit more competitive because of Max and Timon and the numerous other people that will be there. Well, yeah, I'm excited to see Jerry Yao compete. I really hope he does make finals. If if you guys weren't on our predictions, let's just say I hope we're wrong. I hope we're wrong. I really do.
It's really hard to also compare it to last North American champs because not only was it 2 years ago, but it was also a much smaller competition. I think the competitor limit was 500, I believe, and it only hit like 460 because of COVID restrictions. So this is like a lot more people this time.
I do hope for this competition. I know what NA Champs 2022 did for me as a competitor. Kind of reminded myself how much I loved competing. I think like right as my flight landed and I was driving back home, I immediately started looking for competitions in the area to sign up for. I hope we can see maybe someone has a similar experience here, but rankings wise, maybe someone gets their first big break. I know there's a bunch of up and coming stars still going to this competition, but maybe we're gonna see someone not slip through the cracks, but make their way into the conversation, like a certain Carson Wijaya maybe getting his first major finals appearance. Put him in the conversation.
Yeah.
I hope so. Are we all here hoping to make a finals? Zach, are you still aiming for squad finals? Or
I have been locking back in for square one. I'm gonna be honest. The whole delegate thing kind of has me washed up. Maybe not even kinda. It definitely has me washed up. But I am looking forward to it. I've been working really hard with square one. I'd love to make finals, but at the very least, if I don't make finals, I will be commentating it. So we'll be able to have someone I like to think is fast commentating finals at least.
Yeah, that's
good.
That's always good. Will, what about you?
I mean, I'm obviously one of my only goals going into this competition is to make Scube finals. I really don't know how it's going to go since I'm 20th on the psych sheet, which is, of course, it's only top 20, and I have a bad feeling that my competition nerves are going to be worse this time than they have been.
You got this.
So hopefully I got it. That would be fun and really nice because I made Nats 2019 finals, North American Champs 2022 finals, and Nats 2023 finals. So if I can get the 4-peat on finals, I think I'd be very, very proud of myself.
I am right now. I think I'm gonna make clock finals. 8th on the psych sheet. I probably will. But the podium thing is a big question for me. I think that it's really hard to be on a clock podium. Like you guys understand, right? Like it's hard.
I think definitely. Maybe it doesn't affect the top 5 clockers as much because they're top 5 in the world for a reason, or like top 5 North America psych sheet, whatever you want to say. But we're seeing a lot of new faces in clock. I think is the most polite way I could put it.
A lot of people are getting fast.
Not saying no names because they've definitely worked hard for their results, but this might be another event where we see, as I mentioned, like slipping through the cracks. We might see people that we've never heard of or never really given the attention to cook, for lack of better words, or clock.
No, I don't know, man.
There's a bar in here somewhere.
Your time is expired. Okay.
That was, if mine was bad, that was worse.
That was worse. But I think what you were saying is very fair, and I also think that is somewhat due to the nature of clock at the moment, just being very unpredictable. It definitely has not settled down yet, the leaderboards.
Yeah, it's also like so weird because like the people that have found that like new fame are putting so much pressure on themselves, and sometimes it's not even pressure. It's sometimes they're telling themselves that yes, I can podium very easily, or yes, I can win very easily. Like they're putting that into their head, and I'm not trying to be the person that's like, yo, like that's don't do that. But it is.
But that podium spot's yours.
That it is. It is not yours. People are. There is a very high range in who can make the podium. It's literally anyone, to be honest. And in some cases, if there's a certain case where a certain competitor like does not do very well, then I think anyone could win, and that would be really exciting to see. But I won't be able to watch it, hopefully, because I'll be in it. So we'll see about that. Because it would also be illegal for me to watch it. I'm pretty sure Adele will let me.
That wide range that we were talking about is definitely how I feel about 2x2, like third place almost.
OH third place.
There's like there's like 30 people that could have a realistic shot, and that's also just the nature of 2x2. It's really a lot of fast events. Like unless you have like the top, 3 or 5 in the world going that are like there for a reason, there's going to be spots up for grabs.
I will say that I think mega finals is a achievable goal. I think I can do it. I'm 18th on the psych sheet. I haven't been really practicing that much until very recently, though, so we'll see about that. But I'm averaging around my PR average, so I think I should be fine. And then 5x5 finals is a stretch, but it's like on a very, very good day, I think I have sort of a shot. But yeah, those are my final stuff. Do you guys want to talk about the venue? Have you guys seen the venue?
I have not seen the venue.
I have seen some pictures in the little staff Discord setup that we have. If it's the one I'm looking at right now, a picture of, it's a big room.
Yeah.
How does it compare to previous majors?
Again, if it's the one I'm looking at now, which it might not be, it might just be a different room in the convention center. Probably comparing it to Nationals last year, size-wise, maybe a tad smaller.
I think the ceiling height, if I don't remember, because it is on the lowest level, I think ceiling height's a little lower, so I feel like it might feel smaller. But other than that, yeah, it's a pretty big room. It's also, I think, it's a very nice like venue. I think it looks nicer than the Pittsburgh Convention Center, in my opinion. The Pittsburgh Convention Center is very nice, but
very nice. But the room we were in was, at the end of the day, really just a big room, and that's all I can really call it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the DG concert. Who's going?
I will be there. I will be there. I will be there. Going to be a great concert. Look forward to seeing everybody there.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's transition.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Can't spoil too much, but I did hear he is bringing out a certain rapper, and that's gonna be my only hint, guys. But we may see we may see Ice Spice pop out at the show. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. But
that's crazy.
All right, that's a toss-up if that even stays in the podcast. But but I'm glad I went for it.
Yeah. Wait, do you actually?
Clickbait this podcast and put Ice Spice going to NAC.
No, Ice Spice is not going to the concert.
Dang it. Oh,
No,
man.
but Ice Spice is going to NAC.
Oh, yeah. That's she's
You,
competing.
you can't confirm or deny because everyone's going to be bringing, their guests, their family.
It is $20 to get in the venue, though, so I'm not sure if she has that money. Actually,
I am sure she has that money. I am sure she has $20 of expendable income, Carter.
Expendable incomes.
all right.
Such a you thing to say.
What was this episode? Honestly, we've gone through a civilized discussion about the 3x3 world record to Ice Spice. That's bad.
I think I don't like the implication that that's a bad thing. Personally,
It's.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, do you rock with Ice Spice?
I mean, not really, but I know everyone else loves her, and I want to see everyone else happy. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, I don't really enjoy her music, so you
I
can
don't
make me
rock with
happy.
Skibbity Toilet, but I'm going to mention it for all the. Yeah, that's the
That's
type of
pretty-
vibe I
That's
get from
that's
that.
getting cut.
That's
That's
the type
getting
of vibe
cut.
I get from
That's
that.
getting
That's the
cut.
type of vibe I get from that. That's what.
Now let's talk about our personal achievements.
I love talking about myself.
Zach, yeah,
I'm good.
Go on, Zach.
Well, I mentioned earlier in the podcast that I've been de-rusting my square one, get, good again. Been doing an average of 50 every day for like the last week. Seeing some sub 7 averages in there, seeing some low 7 average of 12s, some sub 5 singles. Every single average of 50 has been sub PR average. So I hoping to pop out and show squatters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show 'em what it's really about.
Yeah. That's crazy. I guess I could talk. Well, do you want to go, or should I go?
Yeah, I can go. Not really achievements, but more just updates since I've been freaking out about Scube and stuff. I've been spending more time editing my freaking videos from my own channel than getting Scube in because I've just been procrastinating that. And it's a really long video, so go check it out if it comes up by the time you're watching. But yeah, a lot of comp simming for Scube. I think it's a little too late to start learning more for anything. So it's just a lot of comp sim. And hopefully I can do well in Scube and Megaminx and some other cool events.
Yeah, you're talking about editing a lot of videos.
Yeah,
I've been
I know
doing
you're in
the
the
same
same boat.
thing. I'm gonna have to edit this podcast all tonight too, which is insane.
I think you'll be fine.
I'll be fine. To add more to my anxiety, I am doing Clock, which is I still don't know. I really still don't know if I should believe in myself and I should create this fairy tale in my mind, or if I should just back down and give up.
If I can coach you here for a second, because I may not be like the greatest, but I feel like I'm a good coach in some aspects. It's only Clock.
That's true.
Don't nothing to get
Okay.
no like
some coaching.
it's-
Clock
it's-
sucks.
I never said that. But like it's Clock, and you can only you know what to do. You've done it. How many I know you have rounds because you live in my region where we get rounds.
Wonder who
Like,
gives us
you-
the rounds.
Don't worry, I hate Clock. I don't know. I think you're underestimating yourself. You're gonna you're gonna pop out and show clockers. All right, that's the last time I run that bit. Time I run that bit.
You run that bit. It's like an old bit that you're reusing, which is.
I don't think it's an old bit. I think it's still fresh.
You
but I
it,
think
like 5 minutes ago, like in terms
Well,
of
yeah.
podcast episode.
it's cut that. I don't know. I think you're gonna do great, and at the very least, you're gonna be fun to watch. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing all of us get our respective main event finals.
Yeah.
And I have I've also been practicing a lot of 3x3. I will say, 3x3 is more
lame.
fun than people think.
No.
I disagree.
I
Strongly disagree.
When you feel like
Heavily.
you're good at it, then it feels.
It's a bad event. Any N by Ns versus any side events, I'm taking side events every day.
5x5.
That's not crazy. That's not a crazy take.
It's not crazy.
Honestly.
It's a crazy statement in my opinion.
It's not crazy.
All right, so today we talked about Zach Ridall. Woohoo! And his
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to talk there.
we've also talked about the recent Clock Oceanic record, Yiheng's 3x3 world record, Rubik's North American All-Stars, the upcoming North American Championship 2024 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the DG concert Pull Up Wednesday, July 17th at the Cedar Cultural Center, also in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Doors open at 7. The show starts at 7:30, and we, as always, rounded off today with our personal achievements. We hope to make our finals in each of our respective events. That's it for now, and remember, there are no competitions on Mondays. See you guys on the next Monday, or like the
And
next
see
other
you all.
Monday,
Oh,
but not
then
yeah.
the other Monday, but we hope to see you all in Minneapolis.
Yes.
Safe travels.
Yeah.